Hey guys, it's Medium Jody Jones. So I just wanted to pop on here quickly and just let you guys know about some information that came up this morning in a meditation that I did from Spirit. So yesterday, if you didn't get a chance to see me, I did come on live and I did do some readings. We had a great turnout. There were tons of people that were interacting and asking their questions, and it was awesome. And so I always make sure that after I do the lives that I go back through at some point and look through all of the comments and see what was said and what was missed. And of course, it's impossible to get through everybody in the short amount of time that I do go on. So I just wanted to let you guys know, and say hi, of course, as you pop on. That's awesome. I wanted to let you guys know because there were some really big questions that came up yesterday and yesterday's live. And so there were a lot of people that were on that were struggling with some really big stuff. We had some car accidents and some disabilities, and we had some difficulties, difficult relationships. We had some really big stuff come up on yesterday's live. And so I wanted to be able to give everybody just a little bit of insight into why things like that are happening and what we can do to shift that and change that. Hi, everybody. Hi. Good to see you. Mississauga, awesome. South Carolina, beautiful. So guys, here's the thing, and I love, so when I work with my team of guides and angels, and so when they give me guidance or they'll give me messages for the collective, it's interesting how they'll always put it into a little bit of a story for me so that I understand things. I'm a very visual person, and that's probably why I'm clairvoyant. So Spirit will actually show me it'll be like a little movie or a little bit of a play, and it's how they will explain things to me. And so I wanted to share my insights that they were giving me in regards to how when humans get stuck in certain life situations, how it feels like it's the end all be all. And Spirit wants to remind us that it's actually not, that everything is temporary, that nothing is permanent. Everything is always in a constant state of change. And the only time that it doesn't feel like things are in a state of change is when we are vibrationally in alignment with the situation. And so this is how they gave it to me. So I'm going to ask you guys this question because they asked me this question this morning. Remember the first time that you fell in love, the very first time you gave your heart away to somebody, and remember the very first time that your heart was broken. You guys, I'm sure everybody can remember that, right? Take a moment right now, just kind of go back in time and space and be that young version of you that was so in love and, you could eat, think, sleep about the other person. They took up your whole entire energy. And that's awesome. There's no other feeling like love on the planet, and we all experience that especially when the first time we fall in love. But then remember the first time that you had your heart broken. And so I can remember, and I remember, crying to my mother and totally devastated, and my life was over, and there would never be another like this, and I was never going to recover. And you remember, of course, when we're feeling that, it feels like it's the end of times, right? Think about go back vibrationally and think about how you felt when that happened. Your heart probably physically hurts. You were feeling drained and sad and defeated, and all of that. You guys can understand that, right? And you can understand how powerful it was because for probably a couple of days, maybe a little bit more, you didn't think about anything else. All you thought about was how you were feeling about your broken hearts. And so that became your whole experience. For that amount of time, you allowed yourself to stay in that vibration of sadness, of defeat, of loss, of grief. You let yourself stay in that energetic alignment. And then it passed, right? Of course, it passed. I hope for most of you that you've gone through your first heartache, heartbreak. I hope that you've moved on through it. I'm sure that you have. And so Spirit wanted to remind us that as temporary as that is, everything else is as well. And so think about how hard you held on to that, how it was never going to change, it was never going to go away. And of course it did. Of course it changed. Things changed. It lifted. It went on. And the reason that it changes and the reason that it lifts and it goes on is because you stop thinking about it in the same way that you are when you're in the middle of it. And so remember, when we think about something, it has a vibrational energy to it, which then creates an emotion, which then creates our experience. And I'm not saying that any of you out there who are having any difficult life situations right now, you know, the health problems, the money problems, the love problems, I'm not diminishing them in any way. But I want you to realize that you are the master of your experience. And your experience is solely based on how you are feeling energetically. And so if you are feeling angry or tired or sad or any of those things, that's what your experience is going to be like. And so we talked briefly about this yesterday. And so I know it's very, very hard to get yourself out of a place of, especially if you're somebody that's prone to depression or somebody that's prone to anxiety, those are pretty powerful energy forces that come through. Are they more powerful than you are? No, they're not, because you're the creator of them. And so you have to remember that. So I know it's difficult to get yourself up and out of a really dark, low spot and take yourself from being the sad into being the happy and everything is wonderful. I totally get that. So that's why Spirit reminds us always about the place of the neutral zone, that you can bring yourself up into the neutral zone, right? It's kind of like the idea of just getting enough energy to get yourself out of bed. We're not asking you to get dressed. We're just asking you just to get out of bed. It's just that first step, and you can do that. And so for all of you out there right now who are having any of these struggles, who are finding life complicated and everything is kind of, you're stuck in the middle of whatever it may be, give yourself permission right now to just go into a place of being neutral. And so you're giving yourself permission to not have to fix anything anymore. You're not going to solve anything. You don't have the answers for it. You don't have to find the solution. You're just going to put it on the shelf and you're going to let it sit there. And then you're going to put yourself into the place of feeling neutral, into the neutral zone. And as soon as you do this, there's going to be this energetic weight that just lifts right off of you, and you're going to feel lighter and clearer and more in balance, more in alignment. And then the next step that will happen is, because you're in that neutral zone, you are going to stop being in energetic alignment with the problem or the situation that you're in. And soon as you do that, you are no longer energetically feeding the problem, the situation. You see how that works? When that situation or that problem gets put up on the shelf by you, you're not ignoring it. You're not pretending that it's not there. You are just not energetically feeding it anymore. And you have to give yourself permission to do this, because your ego and your pain body are going to continually say to you, yeah, but, yeah, but I need to be on top of that. And if I'm not doing this, and if I'm not doing that, then everything's just going to fall apart. Guess what? It's not going to fall apart. It will not fall apart. This is the part of you that needs to remember who you are, that you are a magical soul, and that you're not here alone. Even if you don't have any other humans around you, you are with a team of guides and angels. They came here with you. They come here with you. Your team gets bigger and brighter and stronger as your needs demand it. And so you are never alone. You always have this magical force behind you that is guiding you and protecting you. They're not answering things for you, and they're not telling you what you need to do, but they will give you gentle nudges in the right direction. And if you get yourself into that neutral zone more, you actually will be able to hear and feel and see their little gentle nudges before they're actually having to hit you over the head with the frying pan to get your attention. So I just wanted to pop on here and let you guys know that. I know that there's so many of you that this will actually hit home with. I know that when you're hearing these words of giving yourself permission to go into the neutral zone in regards to any problem that you may have right now, any life, no matter how difficult you think it may be, it is only temporary. And as soon as you even just say those words to yourself, this situation that I'm going through right now is only temporary. It actually diffuses the energy between you and the experience, and it brings your energy back to yourself, which is a really cool thing. Okay, so I hope everybody receives that message loud and clear. I hope that you guys are all having an amazing day today. Hi, everybody. Lots of you guys on there. Awesome. Hi. And I will, in the next couple of weeks, try and make some time to come on again and do some live readings for you guys. So keep looking. If you haven't done so, go on my website, beinginbalance.ca, sign up for my newsletter. You'll get notified when I do go live. Of course, follow me on Facebook. Absolutely loving your support, your sharing my content, your comments. And if you haven't done so yet, go in and join my 2 private groups that I have on there. I do try and engage with everybody one-on-one there as much as possible. So go and check it out. They're 2 awesome groups. Sending huge light and love to you all, reminding you that this is only temporary. Have an amazing day, guys, and we will talk to you soon.